Hello everyone, I am Tessellating Hexagons, back with some more I'm some sort of internal quandary over how to pronounce it, because my childhood is saying Klonoa, and the game is saying Klonoa, Anyway, in the last episode we arrived the forest in the episode before, then we made it through the revived forest, and I derped and got fucked by a different kind of and now we've made it to Granny's house, one of my all-time favourite levels in this game, in video games ever. I don't even know. Let's get started. Yes, hurry up. Let's get on with our day. Come on, you noodle-handed moon goo. Anyway, story. Hockey Puck of Destiny, that was it. Here we go. Originally named the Stopped Gear in the PlayStation 1 version, this is a very puzzle-heavy level, and I love it. And, by the way, we even landed in a goal, so if you doubted... if you thought the Hockey Puck of Destiny was just me being exaggerative. Anyway, introduction to boomies. And in this game, they don't actually have a timer above them, they just flash and explode. Anyway, this is the main gimmick of this level, kind of. There's this hub area connected by this gondola thingy. And I kind of want to take a full lap of it, because there are dream crystals en route, as they say. Now, I don't remember the... Okay, come on, there we go. You have to idle for a moment so that the game knows to allow you to continue. But, yeah, the boomies explode and you can pick them up multiple times. You'd know this if you watched the verses. Anyway, you just have to idle on this for a few seconds and it'll knock you a bit further along the thing. Come on, give me that 5 crystal. Nya. And it is on one massive loop, so if you wait long enough you end up back at the start like this. But we actually need to be, as I recall, in that first doorway here. Because... okay, there's this internal room here which splits off to, there. That place just before the 5 crystal, that was, it was at a crossing. Well, that's here. And the gondola thingy thing that gets hit around by hammers, that will automatically be wherever you are, so you don't have to worry about it being in the wrong place at whatever time. Anyway, we'll be coming back into this room later, because, like, this is like the end half of the level, but the mechanisms in here aren't moving, so we can't proceed, so we'll just take this key for the moment and be on our merry way. Now, I would leave the way that I just showed with the crossroads, but the place where I got off the thing, which is the next stop around from here, which is halfway between the two, where those boomies were, there's actually a locked door at the end of there. That's why we needed to go and find the key, so... I'm sorry I didn't show that off sooner, but I'm just being time efficient, damn it. Key door, yay! As I said, this is a very puzzle-heavy level, and maybe that's why I love it so much. And it also has really kicking music. Kicking? That's not a word that I say. Spiky asshole, spike your asses. And... there we go. Now, last night... Can you just shut your fuckhole and die, please? Last night I had a dream that I was at a boardroom meeting with both my parents and Rebecca Sugar, the creator of Steven Universe. And I had, I was dreaming, but I was explaining to Rebecca Sugar why I thought that any current incarnations of the character Rainbow Quartz should have Lisa Simpson-esque hair. Also, really narrow platforms. And if you've seen the show, then it will make perfect sense. If not, it will make no sense whatsoever. Anyway, checkpoint, springy thing, how? Now, how do I go about doing this? Because there's that in the background there. But in order to get maximum usage out of it, I'm thinking I should grab this fucker. Not actually hit it yet. Hit that on the way down, which opens the way to those dream crystals. Grab you again and go for a second pass. Ladies, question mark? Now pop that, grab these 3, and then just hurry the fuck, hustle or bustle over to these. And then that's how you get as much use out of those as possible. And this door, by the way, leads back to this crossroads here. Just in case you're wondering how this level connects up. I do like how, it's not non-linear, there is an obvious path through it, but at the same time, it's, there's a hub, and it hubs nicely. And also I like how the boomies make the springs go springle, sproim. Anyway, explosions and things. We've established that they're good if you've been watching my Honey Pop LP. I think the episode in question that I say that went up today, or maybe I'm thinking the episode, because I'm kind of one episode out of step with the ones I've been uploading, because I've been keeping a best-of montage. And, by the way, this is that bit that I was fawning over where you can see it on the world map. But yeah, because I'm keeping a best-of montage of Honey Pop, but at the moment I'm one episode behind. The episode that went up today, which will be yesterday when you see this video, well, if you watch it as soon as it comes out, I haven't put that one in, I've put in the one before it. You know, You know what I mean? And even if you don't, it doesn't really matter too much. Anyway, so Joker's here. He's kind of why all of the mechanisms have stopped. The titular wrench in the works, or the stopped gear if you're playing the original PlayStation 1 version. Anyway, like I said, this is that area that I was talking about before. You can see it on the world map. I said you'd know it when you see it, and I'm making sure that you're aware that we are looking at it right now. Are you enjoying the fact that, like I said, this is very Xenoblade Chronicles, you can see it, therefore you can go to it. And this is, for whatever reason, this is a very iconic location for me, because, I don't know, I remember it as a child. Like I said, I'm fond of this level, and also, boop, I just love the fact that that's there. And also, introduction to these flying fuckers. I don't think they serve any particular purpose, they're just another type of blow-upable enemy. I totally pressed the wrong button there. Hey, Boomy! Or am I gonna have to get this other asshole instead? Okay, I'll get this other asshole instead, see if I can— oh, and you're back! You would come back as soon as I express commitment to somebody else. You fuckface. You absolute fuckface. Hey, anyway, we're gonna need another key. We've got some crems, some gem crystals. Now, in here, I believe there's a bit, and then there's a jumping puzzle. And for some reason, as a child, I thought that that egg down there hurts you to open, but it turns out it's just because I was too close to— because you can only hit it with— there are only boomies in here, and so I hit it with a boomie and got hit by the boomie. Ow! Wow. Okay, rude. I had to throw it. I was in the middle of a story. I'd throw the boomie at that egg and be standing too close to it and take damage. Be like, oh, why does this egg damage me? Anyway, that door over there has a really short timer on it. So when you hit the switch that I just briefly showed just then, it'll open and then it'll close really quickly. So you need to use a boomie to be on a delay. It'll then open, like, it won't open until the boomie explodes, but you got the time, as opposed to opening it and using the time that it's open to get to the door, you can use the time that the boomie is waiting to explode to get to the door, so it'll be there when it opens. It's really obvious what the puzzle is. It kind of stumped me as a child for some reason. Anyway, this is an introduction to chaining double jumps, and really it doesn't come back again until the very— in fact, it doesn't even come back till a post-game, as I recall. But here's fun. Now, you're supposed to go up and to the right, but I'm going to go up and to the left first, so I can get all of those dings. It feels like I've missed a thing. I mean, just— did you see the 6-item crest thing in the corner? It feels like I'm missing one, but I can't because I know this level so well. Anyway, once again, comical fucking away. And we have a key again, which will take us to that door that he was locking when we first came into this area. Also, for whatever reason, you can't take these enemies out of here. Oh wait, oh. In the PlayStation version, you couldn't take enemies out of that room. That's why that branch is there. Apparently they've changed that. I don't know why, I never thought to check it in this version, but apparently you can take enemies out of there, and I am slightly offended that they've changed my childhood. They changed it now, it sucks. Anyway, going to this little, curious little door here into what is actually the maintenance room. And logic would dictate, well, first of all, these 3 switches, hit them in the right order, they resume, they make the mechanisms work once again. Logic would dictate, hit them, then hit the checkpoint, so you don't have to do it a second time. Like if you die, you'll come back to the checkpoint, you won't have to re-hit the switches. But I like hitting the switches, and if my childhood memory serves me right, left, right, middle. Boop, boop, boop. I remember how it sounded in the PlayStation version, but I've got the sound muted so you don't hear any feedback from the TV in this version. Also, am I mumbling? Because I tried to say meat and potatoes at the start of episode 2, and it— well, not at the start of level 2 too, and it came out corrupted as fuck from my mouth for some reason. I don't know. I'm just really excited to play this game. I'm bathing in my childhood, and the mechanisms are working. The gear is no longer stopped. There are no more wrenches in the works besides us. There's a boomie that was about to land on my head. Do not appreciate, do not want. I need to open this egg. I forgot. This will be the thing that I missed, won't it? Because I forgot to open this egg. Boomie, land on my head, please. Can I? Okay. And boop you in the face. Sure enough. Huh. I didn't realise that in this version of the game, each of the 6 people actually does represent, like, a specific part of that picture that we're completing by rescuing each one. I thought it's just, it'll fill up one piece at a time for everyone you collect, but nope, each rescuable person represents a specific 6th of that image. I want to say, like, 6 quadrant, but it's split into 6th, and each one is assigned to a specific collectible person. Anyway, everything's working, so we can go up here now. Like I said, this is the back half of the level, so here we are. Another checkpoint. So I didn't die, so I won't have to re-hit the switches. Boo. Anyway, conveyor belts, gears, I don't know, cogs, stuff. I just like the aesthetic, and it's all inside a giant tree as well. Did I mention that it's inside a tree? Because it's inside a tree, and that's glorious. My father and I do have this strange affinity for trees. And oh, I was going to say it's just the end of the level, but no, it's not, because the level does end with a lift like this one, or an elevator if you prefer. But no, there is this bit first. I did think, you know, aren't we missing a segment? And there's another double ferry section, and I totally fucked this up, because you have to be really specific with how you time your jumps. Oh, I got them all anyway. Can't complain. And I got free life out of it. And I was going to complain about having not full life, but there's that fixed too. Now, did I get all 150? Because we're about to enter the boss. Ah, it's catching up on me. Do not want. Okay, so head in here, step on this lift. Is there anything else over here? And did I miss a fucker? No, I didn't. Okay, lovely. Well, let's head on up to the boss then. And how long have I been going for? Only 10 minutes. Ugh. Well, we've got this boss happening. I like how you can see the spike balls falling down through the inside, so it makes sense when you see them leaving. She looks a bit like a mouse. She's adorable. Anyway, so Joker's here. Well, of course, if Joker's here, there's gonna be some sort of monstrous boss. So that's kind of the recurring theme formula. No, I tell you nothing. I don't know. I don't know why I chose to say it like that. Anyway. Of course he's gonna summon a monster, because how else would you torture a defenseless old woman who looks like a mouse? Okay, you are just all kinds of racist and ageist and sexist, and your eyes kind of look like sword penises. And we're going to do something about that. Well, no, we're not, actually. Gonna fight a mutant plant. You know, if you didn't see that coming, then I feel sorry for you. So, just shut up and give us the boss with the most stupid name on the planet. Yep, there we go. I don't know if does he mention it by name? Certainly in the PlayStation version, he did not mention it by name. There we go. Gelgbolm. In the original, it didn't have those vines around its, side parts. You know the bits I mean, you'll see it. And, again, just telling you how to defeat the boss. Because you can sort of see it's armoured on both sides, and in the middle, that's its vulnerable spot. And in the PlayStation version, it looks the same apart from it doesn't have those vines around the sides. And my father just got home. And fucking moves, get good, please. So you can't just jump over it. You can either double jump over it or this jump over it, and you need to game. Ay, fucking rude. My father got home, and that's completely thrown me off my game. Well, no, get the fuck away from me. What you need to do is, as they would. Fuck off. As they were teaching you to do in 3.1 actually, you have to like get a move, bounce on this, and double jump while you're already in the air. So it's kind of like the past few levels have been training you how to do multiple jumps in midair, all in preparation for this boss. And like I said, apart from here, it's never seen again until like post game, or possibly I think maybe 6.2, because that has a shit ton of puzzles in it. And this attack looks so much cooler in the PlayStation version. It looks like a mini sun, but with little spiky green bits. I'm not sure what it's supposed to be. Maybe it's like a really aggressive seed or something. Anyway, I think this is the tricky part of the boss, where he flies around and lands, and you have to get him to land between two ferns too far away. Fuck. But you have to get him to land between two springs without landing on a spring, because if he lands on a spring, then he's too far away from the next nearest usable spring. So it's kind of... this is easier to do if you have sound. How did that miss? That clearly went inside. Steady on. My father got home with no consideration for the fact that I might be recording, and that's completely thrown me off my game. I am offended in the face. And this could be wrong as well, isn't it? Yeah, take that, you fuck, and shut your fuck. Well, don't shut your fuck, because I need to attack you by hitting you in the fuck, but you know what I mean. Anyway, he's getting all shiny and red and speeding up and shit. And in the PlayStation version, when you defeat him, its armor turns silver, and I think that's the coolest thing. In this version, also you need to double jump to get over this one because it's so much bigger. Rude! His armor turns silver once you defeat him in the PlayStation version, and I think that's so cool. Don't know if he does in this version. Oh my god, can you seriously just do a die in the face, please? I am most offended at your refusal to cooperate. It's like Plants vs. Zombies, except there are no zombies here, unless you consider me a zombie because I am in my final year of teenagedom and all teenagers are some sort of stroppy zombie monster shit. Oh. That was the last hit, apparently. In the PlayStation version, whenever you defeat a boss, it lets out this huge explosion. That's not quite the silver I was thinking of. That's a shame. In the PlayStation version, you retain control of Klonoa, whatever. In the boss defeat. Not cutscene, but like when the boss is exploding. And in the PlayStation version, I'd try to get the boss on the furthest edge of the platform and then run as far away as possible so as not to get caught in the explosion. But it doesn't actually matter. Anyway, we shall have this loud and obnoxious conversation with the Chiefess of the Forest, just as we intended to. And, we totally don't have to worry about being overheard because we got rid of Joker and defeated his monster. And also, by the way, meant to mention, the songstress Lafize, in the PlayStation 1 version, she was referred to as a diva. So if I've been calling her that, that's kind of what I'm referring to, not just shuffling around words for, I don't know, for shits and giggles. Anyway, yeah, so we need to go to the Temple of the Sun in order to find our way to the Kingdom of the Moon, and shit just got even more complicated. But how are we going to get there? Because, both this and the Moon Kingdom are allegedly legendary. Also, it does behove one to pay attention to this cutscene, because it is very important. There's a lot of foreshadowing and also plot-relevant shit. And I'm talking all over it. Where have you moved? Oh, come on, why would you leave it with him? Clearly, he's an old man. He's not going to be able to defend himself, whereas... Okay, so we have a weapon and some allies, and we're going to leave it with the most vulnerable person we know. Makes perfect sense. I mean, obviously we didn't understand its significance earlier in the game, but, I mean, if we're going to go and find out what purpose that moon pendant had, you would have thought we'd bring it with, so we can show it to the Chiefess, to say, yo, we found this. And that's exactly what I was alluding to. He's listening in, whatever. He's being a dick anyway. Yeah, it's kind of like a reverse Mario and Luigi Superstar Saga, where in the end game of that, you have this MacGuffin called the Beanstar, and so you take a fake Beanstar to give to the bad guys because they've kidnapped the princess. No surprises there. You have to give them the Beanstar, so they'll give the princess back. And so logic would dictate, since the plan involves using a fake Beanstar, just take the fake one instead of the real one. Leave the real one where it's safe, and then take the fake one and hand it over and get the princess back and everything. So, but no, they take the real one with them as well, and so the enemies see through the ruse of the fake Beanstar, take the real Beanstar and the princess, and everything is kind of... No. This is like a reverse of that, where we've got this really important MacGuffin, but let's just leave it with a vulnerable old man, because he'll be fine. Anyway... how are we doing for time? Oh, yeah, definitely, with all that fuckery that happened with my father coming home and throwing me off my game. Me? Bitter? No. This is definitely enough to be its own standalone episode, so on that note, we will listen to the people doing their thing. Also, by the way, I got perfect everything on that level. That was a perfect run of that level. Well, it wasn't the perfect run of that boss, but, I mean, still, I got 150 out of 150 and all 6 of the things. Anyway, in the next episode, we'll be taking this shortcut through the Wind Ruins to get back home. Why we can't just use the world map to skip travel back to 1-1, I don't know. But in the next episode, we'll be heading to 4-1, where, once again, the music is kick-as-ass fuck. What? Until then, though, I have been and will continue to be Tessellating Hexagons, and, yeah... When next we reconvene, we'll be in the Wind Domain once again, as you can tell by the 6-piece puzzle there on the right. I'm rambling. See you then.